My name is Holly, I'm 12 years old and I live in Murrumbidgee. I'm also the founder and CEO of my own charity foundation, which I created when I was 8 to help the planet, people and animals in need. A lot of the things I care about are to do with our planet, which is our home, and home to all sorts of communities and species. Species are disappearing every day because of things like deforestation, polluted water, food shortages, climate change. And I don't know about you, but this made me feel really upset that all these things were going on around the world. We are all part of one big ecosystem. An ecosystem is basically all the living things, from plants and animals to microscopic organisms that share an environment. And every living species in an ecosystem has a different role to play and relies on the other elements and species that live there to survive. It's a very fragile and delicate system, and if one thing is damaged or taken away from an ecosystem, then it has an impact on everything else. It may not seem so to the naked eye, but we all have an equally significant role to play in this world. So what has happened since the industrialization of our world? Basically the mass production of stuff. Well, our ecosystem is messed up. People have started using the Earth's resources way too much, and consumerism has gone crazy. And now we have things like climate change, communities torn apart, greedy corporations. We need to reuse, reduce, and recycle, which isn't just a throwaway line that politicians can use to make themselves look good anymore. We need to actually do it. So, one of the things I focus on is water and keeping it clean. Water is a precious resource, and without it, we have nothing. It's the fabric of life on this planet. Every living species relies on water to survive. Even plant life depends on clean oceans and rivers, lakes and drinking water. But sadly, a lot of people don't respect this, and we end up with problems like pollution, drought, chemical runoff, and contamination. Another big problem is plastic and rubbish. Plastic and rubbish ends up in our oceans and waterways because people don't put it in the bin. They leave it around on the beaches, the sides of roads, just leave it anywhere. They don't throw it away. But anyway, there is actually no away. When the bins are emptied, they go to landfill. And gradually the rubbish from landfill ends up in our oceans. In fact, did you know there are now 5 swirling masses of rubbish in the oceans, which can now be seen from satellites, and one of them is twice the size of Texas. They're called Gaias. We have been taking from our planet for far too long without giving back. Our whole society has become based upon turning living things into dead products, taking coal, gas, water, all to make energy, and things we throw away after 5 minutes of use, which cause all the problems, when we could be using clean, green alternatives. Chemicals are a big problem in our world. Our food is sprayed with dangerous pesticides, and the runoff from chemical watering goes into our waterways. Chemicals also cause illness, and it's better if we don't put them on our skin or eat them when they're on food, or even wash and clean with them at all. It can start in our own homes. We all use chemicals to wash our hands, our clothes, our cars, and the chemical water goes down our drains, through the pipes, out through the stormwater pipes, and into our oceans. These chemicals can kill a lot of different living organisms in our environment and ecosystem, and they're also bad for all species. So my message today to you all is that you're all special. We can all do something. If we unite together and use our people power to change things, then this is your planet. You'll inherit it one day. We're the kids of the future. Some of the biggest changes in the world started with only one person taking one step. Thank you.
I think the best thing